Hello again, YouTube. This is The Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping All Subjects channel. If I sneeze, if I cough, like now, y'all know that I'm still getting over these things that people catch now. I don't know what this is. It's not the same. So we have another content by request by Charisma 808. Shout out to you once again and all of you as well. Put in your content by request, and if you can, send a small special thanks. It don't got to be big. It can be small. You can make it big. Pause. If you got it like that, but make it how you have it. Ain't no pressure. It's just a matter of showing the support and showing your appreciation. Because nothing shows that more than giving up them dollars. Because them dollars, that's what people hold on the most to. And these 304s, but who keeping score? Y'all hold on to these 304s. Y'all hold on to these women who don't love you and don't respect you. And this is what he wants to know about. Content by request. Why do modern women play games with alpha men, but the Pookies and Ray Rays get more of them? Women say they want an alpha male and a man who leads, but once they come across a man that's alpha, that's ready to lead, we get pushback, lack of transparency, lack of communication, moving of the goalposts. I've seen women chase and have kids by dusty ninjas. Get their heart broke, cry on Facebook about it, when the whole time they had an opportunity to deal with you. Exactly. This is a good one, as usual. It's almost like today's women prefer toxic relationships. I've had women who left me for bums. They had kids by bum ninjas and try to come back to me 3 or 4 years later. Of course, I decline them. But why do women do this? We're going to keep going back to this. We're going to cover this whole thing. They do this because since Eve, their judgment has not been good. Think about it. If the first woman had bad judgment, you already know how it's going to be with the rest of them. And what they like to do is they like to throw your shortcomings in your face. A man has shortcomings sometimes, but that's not going to stop him from being an alpha male. See, people try to, like you say, move the goalposts and change who the alpha males really are, who the prophets really are. They try to say the alpha males are simps. They try to say the prophets are false prophets. But if a person is an alpha male, you can't take that from them. And if a person is a prophet, you can't take that from them. People try to take it from you because people in general prefer chaos. If you look at my videos where I was beefing with people, where I was just coming with it, then blah, 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 those videos have more views than the intellectual stuff. Just people like that. We all like it to a certain extent, but some people go too far with it. Some people go too far with it. Why do modern women play games with alpha men, but the Pookies and Ray Rays get more of them? Because women, like for instance, if she works and he don't, that's the man she gonna want. Like I know somebody that their friend was telling me the guy don't even be wanting to have sex with her. He barely got money. She got money. He don't show her no affect. He just don't like her. But she just steady keep running to him. True story. Taking him to hotels. He don't do nothing with her in the hotel. I said, that dude might be fruity. Tutti fruity. So that's what they like, because the thing about some of these Pookies and Ray Rays is a lot of women have this, I wonder if that's my package. A lot of women have this misguided belief that they somehow better sexually. And in many of those cases, they think so because he got all his energy. He don't work. He don't got to deal with coworkers, deadlines, stress. He out here smoking Black and Milds while everybody else in the office trying to explain this. Remember, some of y'all remember Three's a Crowd. Jack Tripper, John Ritter. It was Three's Company, then it turned into Three's a Crowd. On Three's a Crowd, they had an episode where he had ED, we'll just call it. And the doctor, he went to the doctor, and the doctor, oh my goodness, man, hold on, man, because every time I think about this, this is one of the funniest things I ever seen. Like, Jack was hands down top 5 to 10 funniest TV characters of all time. Jack Tripper from Three's Company. So he went to the doctor on Three's a Crowd, the episode. It's on YouTube if you want to watch it. Just put it, Three's a Crowd, Jack erectile dysfunction or something. It'll come right up. So he goes to the doctor, and the doctor asks him about all the people he deal with and stuff. Because his father-in-law making fun of him. Because he like, well, I'm older than you. I don't have that, so on and so forth. And so the doctor said, wait a minute, man, come on. Let me hold on. Because with this little slight under the weather, I'm going to mess around and start coughing if I start laughing too much. But every time I think about this is hilarious. Partly because it's true. Dudes don't be having erectile dysfunction. It just be somebody that just turns them off. So, wait, hold on. So the doctor, right? He said, that's your problem. He said next time he come around, close the door in his face and you'll be fine. He said something like that. I don't know how he worded it, but it was hilarious. To this day, man, I might have to watch that now, man. Because laughter is good. You got to get your laughter in, man. You should have your lineup. I got stuff I'll watch 1,000,000 times. If it's a scene I laugh at, and some of the scenes I probably shouldn't laugh at, but it's just funny. Like on Child's Play, when Chucky was pretending like he was just a toy. And she got mad at him and held him up and said, you better say something, I'm going to throw you in the fire. He's turned and start cussing her out. You stupid pig, you filthy. I'll teach you to bleep with me. I be watching that because it's funny. I mean, some of the stuff you might think is funny, I might not. Some of the stuff I think is funny, you might not. Just like on Wishmaster, when dude was trying to fight the puppets off. And he was just, like, he threw the little muscle-bound puppet across the room. His legs went over his head. I be watching that scene. That's just funny to me, man. I just be wanting to laugh, man. So, he came over there trying to make fun of Jack. And Jack and his daughter was about to get it on. Here he come knocking on the door unknowingly. So Jack go to the door. He said, so what did he tell you to do? Jack said this, closed the door, slammed the door in his face, and picked his daughter up and took her to the room. Man, that is so funny, man. That, oh my. But they think these Pookies is somehow laying more pipe. These Pookies ain't got as many responsibilities. Like I told you, they'll sit on the corner, man. What you about to be on? What you finna get into? While everybody else at work. And she come home and she think that he somehow just putting it down. He pulling her hair, he choking her. And she don't know He only do that because that's how he saw his daddy doing his mama. That's how that stuff crept into sex. Somebody saw something and they thought it was okay because of the person's reaction that they saw to it, that they trust. Listen, man, I ain't dealing with nobody that want that. I'm not. Because they'll come back on you and me to you over that too. And that's what they asked you to do. So he says, women say they want an alpha male and a man who leads, but once they come across a man that's ready to lead, we get pushback, lack of transparency, lack of communication. So they'll say, well, I broke up with him because I thought he just was a yes man. He agreed with me over. I'm telling you, trust me, I know. But then you'll be the total opposite of the dude they broke up with, and they'll break up with you too. It's because some people is just like that, man. They just get tired of stuff quick. That's why I gave y'all the example of the red flags. If a woman has a bunch of new pairs of shoes that she don't even wear, that's a red flag because she might do you like that. You trying to have a life with her, and that's how she thinks. Like her mind is short. She always wants to go to the next thing. That's why they moved the goalposts, as he said. I've seen women chase and have kids by dusty ninjas. They get their heart broke, cry on Facebook about it, when the whole time they had an opportunity to deal with you. See, these women don't like good guys, and they don't like alphas. I don't believe any of these women like alpha. I don't believe it. I don't believe you. I ain't trying to hear it. They don't like alphas. They'll say that to get you in the picture, and then they'll spend the whole time arguing, fighting with you, playing sex game like you can't go get it somewhere else. Oh, and don't you dare be a spiritual man. They gonna throw that over your head if you let them. When the whole time they had an opportunity to deal with you. They don't want to deal with nobody that's got stuff in place, or they'll be like this. They'll be like this too. They'll deal with you when you got stuff in place. But when stuff start going bad, they start going bad because they shouldn't have been there in the first place. We do that too as men. Like it's always, every man has that one that he was petty with and she got away, and that she possibly, you can't say because she might change too, would have been better with you than the one you chose. One of the things you got to look for is team player, man. We talked about that last night. That is an important trait with a woman, because that's one of the easiest traits that once they start going bad, you're going to see that easier when they start going bad. And they was a team player, but they not a team player no more. So, yeah, like I said, they could have dealt with you, but they'll say you boring. I've seen that too. I've heard about that too. Like the guy that's into them, that has no interior motive, he just likes them, he's boring. He ain't putting it down. What it is they overly critical of him because they get tired of men. These women they would love if the Most High said, women could have been, if he said women, polygyny is permissible with me. They would love it. They'll be walking around, all these loose vages around here now, man, they stuff practically be open. Like it'll probably wouldn't even have a bottom piece of skin to it. But a lot of them try to keep up this false image. Like they like cats. And I heard Coach Greg mention this too. It made me think about it. They like cats. Like, you know how cats, like them squirrels. I saw them squirrels mating. They mating right in the open. Cats stay pregnant, but you never see them mating. Because what they do is they try to hide. See? That's how these women is. They really want to get it on and suck. They want the biggest wing ding imaginable. And then when nobody else want them, because they sex ain't good, they want to say, he little, he little, he little, he little, he little, he little. No, are these guys little or are you big? Because they'll sit around, this is what they'll do. I'm finna show you. You will be a guy, a husband or a boyfriend, putting it down. What you do to her, you'll have a woman skeeting everywhere, other women. But because she don't respect you, she don't like you, she don't want to go there with you, right? So the next dude could be like this, and she'll be, oh. Or he could be long as that tree branch hitting her bottom. Now she in love, no matter what he do, nothing he do. Or he could hit the bottom, she'll get tired of him too. What it is they want that attention. They want validation, and they want to be 304s. Again, we're going to talk about this later. Don't think that you in the clear because she got a low body count or she a virgin. Because the curiosity is harder to deal with than you know what she been doing. The curiosity is in some way harder to deal with because you have been made a life with her and she get curious and now she either done cheated on you, want to cheat on you, emotional affair, or she'll just try to part ways with you and just take your money with her so she can go out here and get the attention she desire because she never got it. If she ain't never had nobody or you caught her early, she ain't get it. It's not always good to catch these women early. It depends on them. Like I'm telling you, that curiosity gonna come sooner or later, man. Then it be messed up when it comes later because now you got kids, this, and now she want to go out there and suck on other dudes and get banged. See how it is. But they want you to family court and her wants you to finance it. This is why we talk about this. You got Family Circle is becoming one of my favorite channels because I like Tom Likas. Like, I don't agree with everything. Like they say he atheist and he talk down on the church. I don't agree with that. Like, if that's what you believe, that's what you believe. Hey, ain't no reason for you to try to get me to believe something that you can't prove is valid. But, I like a lot of his philosophies. They just wise. Same thing. I watch Patrice O'Neal. I don't agree with everything that he used to, because he was letting his girl do all type of stuff. I don't agree with that. To me, that was the only form of simping with him. But they get curious, and that's when they start messing with, like you say, the bum ninjas. Now, let's keep going. You said when the whole time they had an opportunity to deal with you, it's almost like today's women prefer toxic relationship. We see that's the truth. These women, some of them, they'll never divorce you because some of them want you to come begging to them. And once you do that, it's over for you. You ain't gonna solve nothing. You not. They prefer toxic relationship. They think that you supposed to stay with them and they yelling at you like you a little kid and all this, all that. He said, I've had women who left me for bums. We all have. If they leave you, do not take them back. Do not take them back. And try to come back 3 years later. Of course, I decline them. Good. But why do women do this? Like I said, They do it because they have bad judgment. That's why. They'll say things like, this how it be. I don't like bum. I don't like criminals, right? That's what they say. But then you divorce them, you break up with them, and 2 years later, you see them on a picture with a dude that you either know or you know about, and you know he a bum. You know he a criminal. You be like, I thought you said you ain't like that type. And this is why you got to be careful when you start having kids with these women nowadays. Because what'll happen is they'll have a baby with a bum. And they'll make your kids serve the bum. And always looking out for that baby she made with him. How many guys is dealing with this right now? Come in the comments. Let me know. She try to make your kid serve the bum like he they daddy. And they make your kid watch over that kid that they made with the bum all the time. They don't want you to see your kids because they want your kids to watch the bum's kids. And they say, oh, I ain't gonna get pregnant. And then next thing you know, bloop. You hear about her having a baby, or you go over there and get your kids and she popped up. And I'm gonna tell you something that's finna start happening. You want prophecy? I'm gonna give you prophecy. The dude talking about I don't never prophesy. I could, but I just choose, I'd rather teach. But I'm gonna give you some prophecy. In 2024, you're gonna see these women past age getting pregnant by these young dudes. So if you like my age, you might want to, if it happens to your ex, you might want to try to get your kids away. Your kids ain't gonna have no fun. Cause they gonna try to have your kids doing everything. Cause the baby mama is gonna be into the bum dude, the young dude. They gonna be having babies with dudes. They 47. He 31. And it's gonna be dangerous because it's gonna be some, when they get up in age like that, it's risky. So they do that because they lack judgment, man. Every now and then, you'll see a woman who got her stuff together and has good sound judgment. You got to know this as men. You start moving them in. You know if y'all get into a fight. You know if y'all get into it, the police gonna come over there doing all that. Wait, let me see. You can't see me. What seems to be the problem? And they gonna try to take you to jail. The solution is don't move them in. And if they come over there, and they won't leave, once you get them out of there, keep them out. And if they try to come and mess with your car or anything, have them locked up. Have these broads locked up because they will have you locked up. Stop having a double standard. Stop going too easy on them when they do stuff that if you did it, they're going to get you gone. If she come over there disturbing the peace with your neighbors, messing with your car, man, call the police, have her locked up. Start putting restraining orders on them like they do you. Just like We got to stop this double standard stuff. I don't know what Keith Thurman like or watch on YouTube. Everybody that's on YouTube watches YouTube. But if he watches my videos, I want to tell you, man, do not even spar with Clarissa Shield. Don't fight her. Don't spar with her. Don't do no charitable work in the ring with her. Leave her alone. Let her talk. Because I know how you fight. That guy knocked her out, man. This barely a pro, like he a prospect. Made her legs go over her head. This is how these women is, man. Got to take away the double standard. Do not fight her. Do not do anything boxing wise with her. Yeah, we got to start as men. Okay, you want equal rights. Okay, so you want to work the same job I work? Okay. When we have tussles and we have restraints, you should be doing the majority or half of the work. They run it. They chasing the female staff. No, you can't fight. Like I had a partner once, she used to get in there and scrap. You should not be doing this job. This job ain't for, oh, well, he got to be fair. No, man. You doing this job, you should do this job on an equal level or greater than me. Or close to equal. I seen it, man, in correction. These women, I be just listening to them like the only thing she know how to do is talk on the radio. Every time it's time to go hands on, they out of position. And it was like that when I was at the halfway house in Texas. That's one of the reasons we already had our odds. But like it was this one kid, me and him was practically fighting. And they didn't want to handcuff him because when you handcuff them at the halfway house, they got to go back to what we call state school. So he got to disrespecting me. Like I'm going to sit back and take it. So I gave him I ran the steps. That's what they call it. Running the steps in Texas. I gave him a timeout. He came out of the timeout, still talking. So we did the second step, which is a check-in, where some of his peers try to get him to change the way he behave and the way he think. He's still acting up. He goes and puts his shoes on like he gonna run away. So another kid that was at the facility with him said, Howard, let me talk to him. He tried to talk to him. This dude grabbed him by his wrist and threw him on the ground, was finna beat him up. So I stopped him. He trying to tussle with me, so I dumped him. When I dumped him, he got up and started trying to fight back. He was swinging, I'm blocking on. He ain't hit me one time. But every time I was putting him in a handcuffing position, they have what's called a PRT, a primary restraint technique. I put him in the PRT like 3-4 times. They standing there, both of them. They can criticize. She talked about everything from my handwriting, but when, she just standing there. So every time I put him in, I said, cuff him. I'm yelling at him. Like, then they still standing there. I put him in it again. Cuff him up. Y'all always got something to say, but when it's time to do, I'm talking to him while I got him. I said, when it's time to do this kind of stuff, I'm yelling at him. So the third time I said, cuff him up. They still standing there. He got up. He tried to pick me up. A little muscle bound dude. He tried to pick me up. I put my legs back. I grabbed him like around his head and I turned him around and had him in the PRT again. The fourth time they handcuffed him. See, they wouldn't, equal rights, equal acted up. But okay, if that was me, I would have cuffed them the first time they turned them around. See, we got to get rid of this double standard, man. We got to stop taking this stuff off of them. Okay, you chose him. I'm going to go with that. If they tell you, like, if they act like they like you and then, like, every time it's time for you to get with them or for them to call you, they can't call you. They try to call you when they won't. It's raps for you. It's raps for you. See, that ain't how this works. See, a woman will try to strip you from your manhood if you little. You ain't stripping me from nothing. I'm going back to Genesis 2:18, and that's where we gonna start. This where we at. Genesis 2:18. This where we at. Men shall have rule over you. You got a problem with that? Go get your bums. That he can't even fend for himself, so he going along with it. But then when he get mad at you, he don't argue with you. He go and sleep with his side chick. See? When you see a woman, you do everything for a woman. I'm talking to a wide variety of guys, and we finna close. Because I got to get started. Matter of fact, I'm going to start my car. When you see a woman that you've done a lot for her, or you've done everything for her, the moment she consistently starts to respond negatively to you, kids or not, you got to end it. Because these years will go by, you trying to, well, I just want to work. This is what they do. When you put your foot down, even though they've been disrespecting you, this, that, now they want to work it out. Nah, because my life going to be gone trying to keep working it out with you. Before you know it, I'll be 70. No. If you, let's say you older than me, let's say you 50, and this is you that I'm talking about. Man, dump her, man. Let her, listen, man. If you got to start over. Because what y'all don't realize is when women get to treating you like this, sometimes things ain't going to work out that would have worked out if you was by yourself. Because by yourself, it's going to be a different energy. When you're dealing with other people, the energy changes. And because the energy changes, the circumstance might change with the energy. So if you with somebody you can't get along with, man, you got to end that, man. Like y'all get along for a day, then y'all fighting again. Y'all get along 2 days, then y'all fighting again. Y'all get along 3 days, then y'all fighting again. In the process of all of this, she wants you not to mess with other women, but she withholding sex from you. She done changed the whole dynamic of all the stuff she used to do. Nah, man. Nah. And no, I don't. You got kids. You want your kid. It is hard, believe me, man. I know. When you love your kids and you close to your kids and you in their life, and now these Susie homebreakers, as I call them, you got Susie homemaker, you got Susie homebreaker. Susie homebreaker is the one that just trying to break away and to mess up the relationship, and the only way you can stay with her is by being a punk. That's Susie homebreaker. Susie homebreaker. Never carry her own weight. But when stuff starts to go bad, she criticizes you. That's Susie homebreaker. She don't help you a lick. Don't let your years go by, man. Listen, man, I'm going to tell y'all, right? Remember me telling you this. I'm a preacher. I'm going to have my church. Yada, yada, yada. I'm not going without sex. I'm telling you directly. You ain't going to have to find out what I do. I'm not going without sex. Call me a false prophet all you want. But I'm not going to be the fool to try to marry these women with a marriage license either. I'm telling you, I'm not TDJ. I'm telling you. So if you ever be a member of my church and you see 2 concubines come out, you already know the deal. I'm telling you, go back on this video, 1/4/24. I do this because women try to play God, and these guys do too. These guys and women, excuse my language, I'm saying it how I feel it. They want a dick police. Penis, envy penis police. I ain't trying to hear it. Guess what? Yep, I love God. Yep, my name is in the book of life. But yep, I'm going to get me some. And I'm not going to get manipulated to do it. So if you got a problem, hey, listen, man. Go with those fake preachers, just power bottoms in private, but preaching they tail off with a luxurious church in public. Go to them. I'm telling you how I am. Are you going to see me just all over the place? No. You might see me shooting that shot, though. I ain't going without, man, listen, the Bible don't teach that, and that ain't how it was for them. That's these men now that want to control everything. And these women want to control everything. You ain't controlling nothing. I'm in control. How about that? And y'all should be. Man, I ain't taking, listen, man, life too short. Especially you young guys, y'all wasting y'all time with these women. She don't want you, she don't want you. Don't try to get into it with her new boyfriend or nothing. Just take care of your kids. She try to stop you from seeing your kids. Take her butt to court. Take her to court. Y'all trying to be all nice and gentle because they women. Man, you gonna get what you put out. You try to take me to court and stuff, and then you do something, I'm gonna do you the same way. Just like I use Clarissa Shield for example. Man, she trying to talk about she can beat Keith Thurman. No, you can't. You probably can't even, listen, ain't no probably to it. I'm dropping her. And I like her, man. I'm just using that as an example. Stop trying to fight men. You not beating me. I'll beat the dude she lost to. That's why they have weight divisions. I'm a heavyweight. Dude ain't beating me. Cause if he faster than me, then all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep tying him up. And I'm gonna wear him down with tying him up with my weight. Then when he start getting tired, then I'm gonna start punishing. That's why you got weight class. You see what happened when Charlo went up and tried to fight Canelo. He was slightly timid with it, which I'm not taking nothing away from him. He's still one of my favorites, man. But how you hit that woman, why you ain't hit Canelo like that? And so I still like you and stuff, but like that, nah, man, you shouldn't have did that. That's how you should have hit Canelo. That's another thing I don't like, man. But anyway, thanks for watching. We will be back with more videos. Stay tuned.